I'm watching Perfect Match right now. He's on that.
He is.
He is.
I had no idea. I want to watch it.
It's a mess. I don't understand how women keep wanting him. Like, it doesn't make sense.
Baptiste? Baptist?
Baptist.
Bimmy?
Okay.
Because he's handsome. Whatever. He's a good-looking dude. Even I can admit that. Like,
yeah, but these women are way too good for him. All right, I'm gonna start the show. Are we live? We're live. Hey everybody, welcome to Twitch Tuesday, now on Wednesday, now on YouTube, now back on Tuesday. My name is Nat. That is Dylan. I haven't been here for a month, so it's been a while. Dylan, how you doing?
I'm a little shook. What's shook. That? We just finished Tar. Me and Hannah did.
Oh yeah, it's a long movie. You started that a while ago.
Yeah, no, so I usually on Tuesdays I will usually, instead of working out in the morning, I go rock climbing at the rock climbing gym for my workout. But I was like, I can't do that. I looked at how long Tar is. So yes, Kelsey, I am in fact awake. I did not fall asleep to Tar.
Kelsey, are you keeping up with Perfect Match? Because this shit is crazy. Yeah, sorry, go ahead.
Yeah. So I put it on, like, I was like, all right, hurry up and eat. We've got to watch this movie, and I've got to stream later. And literally at 9 o'clock my time, and we were like, finished at 6, right? Yeah. So we start the movie at like 6. This is a bathroom break, and we're talking about it a little bit. That ending, why I'm shook, right? Why I'm shook.
I had a feeling you would be.
A fucking Monster Hunter. You did not see that one coming.
Fucking Monster Hunter. Oh my god.
Bro, I heard this and I was like, why does that voice sound familiar? And then it panned to the audience, and I remember reading in the credits when it first starts, Monster Hunter was at the very middle of one of the little tiny eye doctor small credits. Sure. They give credit to Capcom, Monster Hunter World, this and that. And I remember thinking that's weird, but then I was like, it's probably just gonna be a kid playing it in the background of a TV or something like that. That's how it usually works. When video games get credited, is that they're just background things, or for a quick second they show Mortal Kombat or something, right? So but the entire movie I'm low key kind of looking for it, and then I forget, and then it's just fucking Monster Hunter Symphony Orchestra and one of the R Asians, or one of the, obviously not a Japan, but definitely a B tier or less Asia.
Sure. Yeah, Filipinos and Vietnamese people definitely fall into the B tier.
Sure.
But maybe no, we're going full Trojan Tsar apparently.
Yes, but, sorry, I had to.
I don't know if you saw Hasan Minhaj's comedy thing, but he was like, the worst ending for her was working for Asian people for a wedding. So, yeah. What do you think about the movie? Otherwise,
actually, I think it's really quite good.
Yeah.
I think it is much too long, but
it is very long.
It is much too long. But from start to finish, it does the full circle concept of her doing the master class and talking to that one student about you can't dismiss all the history of music and all this stuff because it wasn't written by a person of color or something like that. And get into the sense of the whole theory of you have to look at the artist for what they did for the art, not so much them as a person. And then seeing that come back around into the 50-50 game. Is she somebody who has been really shitty using her power for sex and appeal? Yeah. I love that they don't answer that. I love me an ambiguous ending. Call me a Nolan fan, I guess. But I love that's left unsaid, and it's just the accusatory nature of all of it. No, I'm glad that it's not the trailer puts it out to be. The trailer puts it out to be like Black Swan, and I'm glad it didn't go that way.
No, yeah, I hardly remember the trailer now because I'm living in a world where I have seen Tar already. And I remember it not being the vibe that I expected from it coming in.
Yeah.
His art rearranged. Yeah, that's true. That's true.
That's true. They were all about word scrambling in that movie. At least the 2 times they did it. No, I really, really enjoy it. I think it's exceptionally good. I definitely think dude, Kate Blanchett could very much get that fucking that award, Best Actress on that one.
I mean, I wouldn't say she doesn't deserve it, but I have my money on Michelle Yeoh, literally.
I have listen. My money's still on Mama Yeoh too, but I'm not like if she won it, I would be like, shit, dude.
I get it. I get
it. Like, that's a hell of a strong performance.
So I've recently got into gambling. So I've put down money on the Oscars. I put down so Everything Everywhere All at Once is obviously going to win Best Picture.
It should be.
But there's a chance it doesn't.
There's a chance it doesn't, but it is definitely the favorite. Like that's not even.
It's definitely going to win, but like it might not. So I put down $5 on All Quiet on the Western Front, and if it wins, I make a lot of money.
That's the one you pick.
Yeah, I think that's who some news outlet was saying was probably going to win.
I don't even take that as like the dark horse in this one. Like I feel like
I didn't either, but it's like $5, whatever.
Yeah.
So to counter that, because I feel bad picking against everything, everywhere all at once. I put down $100 on Michelle Yeoh. So that should be
the right call with it.
Right.
Nat's finally back after a month of not being on the show.
It's been a while. Hi Anna, how are you?
I'm good. I'm going to bed.
Yeah, you don't want to tell everybody what you thought about Tar?
I liked it. I thought it was good.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
You didn't want to articulate on that one?
I'm really tired.
I know
it was long.
It was a long movie.
So
yeah.
I'm about 5 hours short on sleep because it's like 7 hours long.
Right.
So
Danny Koss said that we should have just taken naps, I guess, during Tar. I don't know. I missed the concept.
We had to take bathroom breaks.
That's true.
So
yeah.
We probably should have taken nap breaks and everything else too.
Well, I'm taking a nap break for this evening because we haven't done Twitch Tuesday together in a second. But real quick, Nat and chat, you let us know. So right now we've got The Whale to watch still, and what's the other best?
What have we seen?
So we've seen Tar, we've seen Everything Everywhere. Hold on, I always have to pull this up. Oscar. I know the ones that were
it's on your screen, Dylan.
No, you put predictions.
Oh, thank you. Yeah, sorry. No, that's what Google put.
Best Picture. Oh, we haven't seen All Quiet.
Yeah, we're not gonna watch All Quiet. Nobody gives a shit.
You're probably better off. You're okay not watching it.
Frankly,
we saw Banshees.
Yeah, so it's just gonna.
And Everything Everywhere.
I can tell you right now, it's just.
You watched The Fablemans. We watched.
I did watch The Fablemans.
Did you watch the big
really
question?
Want to see women talking. I've heard just great things about it.
I don't want to hear.
It's really good.
Talking. I don't.
You've seen it? It's good.
Yeah. So it's not for everyone because it's very dialogue heavy and there's like not much that happens.
See, that's what I like. I like dialogue heavy stuff.
Yeah. If you like that, then you'll probably like women talking.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, we've got to watch The Whale, which it's not in the Best Picture. No, I thought I could have sworn it was, but that's
it's Brendan Fraser is the favorite to win Best Actor.
Gotcha.
Yeah. I think a lot of the stuff we're thinking of are like the acting categories.
Yeah, those are the other ones I'm more interested in because I've kind of seen now that I've seen Tar. The only thing that I've seen all the Best Picture noms that I'm like interested in. Right, so we watched Banshees of Inisherin. Everything obviously.
You keep saying Irishing.
I know. I'm gonna
because he's just like it's just that Irish one.
Yeah, it's the Ed Sheeran one. I just watched Fablemans last night. Hannah, you should watch it. But honestly, I've seen nothing on women talking. Like
I've just seen like people say it's really good, and
yeah,
I like a good like dialogue heavy drama.
Yeah.
So
I don't know. I'll see. I'll have Nat sell me on it a little bit later with it.
Like,
maybe we'll watch it.
I liked Banshees a lot.
Banshees was so good.
It's so
honestly,
good.
You want to talk about my dark horse on? That's the whole thing. So I don't want to spoil it. This is our content for the evening. We're gonna do our run with it, but I don't want to start with Best Picture. We got to start and work our way up. Anyway, go to bed, honey.
Okay.
We've got hold you. Okay, I love you. What I would only give Fraser Best Actor if he actually gained 300 pounds for the role. I think he did. Smithy. Also, Smithy, how are you doing, buddy? I'm enjoying.
Yeah, the videos of him actually putting on the makeup. Those were the effects.
Yeah. Those.
They actually.
BTS is all CG.
Yeah.
Don't you know? All right, go to bed.
Okay. So what have you guys said about Banshees?
Nothing yet. We have not.
You haven't talked about it?
No, we've only talked about Tar. This only came up because we
just started the show.
Yeah.
You should just call it Banshees of Irish Island.
I keep calling it Banshees of Ed Sheeran for a long time. I'm still not sure that's wrong.
I don't think that's even how you pronounce his name.
Truly.
It doesn't matter if you say it right or not. It's
not
a
a real place.
It's a made up island.
Oh, you triggered Ireland? Okay, you triggered your fake place.
Your fictional place that you made up.
Yeah.
I mean,
I'm gonna start calling Atlantis Atlantids, just to start fucking with people who would fucking think that's important. Anyway, go to bed. We've got content.
All right, love you.
Love
Bye,
you.
everyone.
Bye, Hannah.
Danny says, "Hi, I am here. Fuck you, Danny." I got to continue that trend.
So rude.
It's 2023. My goal is to be as mean to Danny as possible.
Oh, I forgot. I was supposed to be nicer to Danny. I take that back. Sorry, Danny.
No, cancel me. Prove it. Clip it. Clip it. Clip it. Anyway, go to bed. I love you. And I love Danny too. But I've told him, Danny. Actually, I found a clip of the exact kind of energy I want to have with you this year. I'm gonna look it up while we do this whole bit and segment. I don't want to just get into my reviews of best pictures and stuff like that, because the only other one I would talk about is Banshees of Inisherin. But yeah, I want to let's hop into the show, Nat. Let's hop in the show. Let's get to the Oscars.
We got a lot of stuff to talk about. There's The Last of Us, and then there's the Oscars. So that's basically our whole show.
Yeah, that's
but
all
first of all, there's been some news today that I don't know if you've been on Twitter at all.
I know exactly what you're talking about. Our boys, more guttural roars. Fuck yeah!
I'm so happy about that. There is some drawback though. So the actors who played Karen and Foggy, I know you love the Deborah Ann Wool. They're not going to be reprising their role. It's not clear whether or not they're going to be recast or what, but they're not going to be in Daredevil Born Again. So how do you feel about that?
They got back Vincent D'Onofrio. They got back Charlie Cox. They got back John Barenthal.
Yep.
Everything else is truly icing on the cake for me.
That's a good mindset.
That's how I have to look at it. If they're going to do new things, they're going to shift up things, they're going to do new universe, they're going to get all that. I'm just glad we got those three 100% back. Do I want more of them back? Yeah, I would love to have Deborah Ann Wool back. I would love to make sure Kristen Ritter comes back and Jessica Jones in some form.
Oh my God!
Yeah, Jessica Jones is like my number 4 on this list, right?
Fucking bring back Vin Jones.
Yeah, and frankly, no, you can't. Fucking leave him. Leave him in the dust. That was anyway. So all to my point of saying that my top 3 wish list on this is right back in. Fine. Yep. You know what? That's my blessings. I'll take what I can get. That's my full meal. Anything else is just dessert for me. So I take it where I can get it.
You know what? I 100% agree. I feel like I would like to have everyone back, but if I had to pick 3, those would be the 3. And Kristen Ritter is my 4th. So I totally in agreement with you there. I can't wait. Like, I think the best version of Punisher we got was in Daredevil season 2. So I'm excited to see those two meet again. It's gonna be great.
Yeah, no, I can't wait. I'm so intrigued to see where and what the fuck is going on with that Daredevil project. There's so many episodes. There's so many episodes on that season. It's like 24 or something nuts.
It's a lot. It's a lot more than there needs to be.
It was a lot. But you know what? Fine. If they said that they need all that to create a whole new runway for it, cool. Whatever. Take the episodes you need. If you feel like 24 is right, 24 is right. Hell yeah. But yeah, dude, I'm stoked about that news. I popped on Twitter literally long enough to see that, and then Coy Jandreau was like like pumping at it or whatever, and I'm just like, okay, fuck yeah, dude. Like, that's good shit.
Oh yeah, bring it on. Can't wait. I want to see the Clipster is treating me.
Oh yeah. Hold that thought, Danny. I've got just the clip. So this was literally and Kelsey, you may recognize this clip. This is the clip that I wanted to show. That I was like, this is going to be my energy for Danny all year. Okay.
We can't be playing anime all the time.
No, it's not. Don't worry. This one won't flag us. This is only like the tiny.
You said that last time, but okay, go ahead.
Okay.
There's no audio. There's no audio at all. We're just looking at Markiplier mouthing some stuff.
Okay, there's no audio?
There's no audio.
Oh, okay. Let me do that one more time for you. Well, that's weird. I thought I had it on here. Chrome tab. Hold on. Share audio.
Was this a thing you guys play? And I don't know what this is.
Okay, here, I got you. Hold on. Okay.
Fuck up! Hit you a little bit. You shut the fuck up! You shut the fuck up! I hope you die in a fire! Shut the fuck up!
So the whole purpose of that was just that I felt like that was the kind of energy I wanted to have with Danny all year. Kind of just covered it for me. Good with just looking at
that was for Kelsey A. Danny.
Yeah, that and it has a little bit for everything. Was that guy? Yeah, good.
Oh my God, Alan, you can't bring that energy here.
Yeah, you can't make Andrew Ghai Markiplier.
You think you are like freaking Jake confusing Asian people?
Oh my God, we all look the same. That's just what he said.
Same.
Anyways, so Barenthal's back. Fuck yeah, let's get into Last of Us, dude. Oh shit, we haven't talked Last of Us in like episodes. Many episodes, and I don't want to make.
Last time we talked about it was like episode 3 or something. So it's been a while.
Yeah. So I don't want to go into like a play-by-play on like how good every episode is. The last episode was fantastic because every episode's been fantastic.
Incredible. There has not been one dead. I'd say the weakest was episode 4, but even that is still top tier television.
Yeah. Dylan is store brand Markiplier, Alan.
I can't believe that. He just comes in their dad and tells you like that.
Wow.
Dylan is the original, all right? Markiplier's the.
I'm older than Markiplier. What the fuck you mean I'm store brand?
It's Markiplier, Dylan, and Ethan Irwin. If you want to get.
It's true. That's the evolutionary stages with it. Markiplier is handsome though, and I'll give him that. But that's because he looks like me, not the other way around. Anyway, so this has been the best video game adaptation ever. That's like not even in question anymore. Regardless of whatever they do on this last episode, they could fucking.
I'm going to stop you right there. Not only is it the best video game adaptation, it's one of the best pieces of content we've ever gotten.
Yeah, frankly, I'll say it. Last of Us is top 5 best television that's ever been done. Fight me in the comments. Fuck you, Sopranos. You're trash. Last of Us is finally on TV.
But no, yeah, 100% agree. This last episode, fantastic. I said like way back then. I like the change they've done, like the departures they did from the games.
Yes.
Where they're little changes, but they actually, I think they make things better for the most part. Like in this, so we're going full spoilers with the episode.
Yep.
But I really liked how one main difference was in the game, Joel makes it into the burning building and pulls Ellie off of David. In the show, we got to see Ellie just go to town on David, and she didn't need Joel to save her. And I think that's more powerful that way. Like it feeds into the whole narrative. William Belford, son
of a bitch, where have you been? Get on the show. Send us. How do we send you a link just to get you on the show? And you're gonna mess up the whole Oscar segment. That's fine.
We can't do that. He's gonna mess the whole thing up.
He will. He'll take it to the world. But we love you, Belford. God damn it. I hope you're doing good. This is the boys. I am alive.
The boys.
Hey, but yeah. Go ahead. Yeah.
Like I was saying.
Yeah.
Like I like the idea that it's no future spoilers, but it plays into the finale of Joel failing to save the people he needs to save. Like he touched on that like 2 episodes ago when in his brother's town, where he failed to save Sarah. He is intent on not failing to save Ellie, and kind of failed in this episode where he couldn't get to her in time. She had to save herself. So I thought that was more powerful. But in a way, he did save her because he was there as her father figure. He like from that moment where he says "baby girl." Oh, my heart. Oh. So he doesn't save her like actually, but he saves her emotionally, which I think is just as important. And the relationship between these two has developed so well.
What I continue to love about this show as it transitions against the video game medium is that, kind of like I said from the very beginning, is that it feels like DLC in a lot of way for like everything else that isn't Joel and Ellie. And this episode in specific, really getting to be in the town more with the people, with like the sermon talk, with the cannibal scene, well, the cannibal dinner, so to speak. All of that I thought was like, yeah, I thought that was just rad. Like, I just really enjoyed how much more that played up. I love that we get to see more behind the scenes and it fleshes out the other humans in this world. It's not, yes, this is Joel and Ellie's story, but I don't think they've dropped the ball once with like every single side character or episode antagonist of the week or something like that that's come up, Like every character that's not them has left an impact, rather if they died or not. Left Behind DLC was with Riley. I know, Danny. I know. Oh my god. Fine. Don't get me started.
Maybe doesn't understand what an analogy is. It's
so the whole concept of fleshing out the rest of the world, the rest of the stuff going on. I just think it's great. The knee, which is straight from the game, right? Like
straight from the game.
And I love it when it just gets like. There are times, and I didn't want this show to be 1-for-1 with the game because I can do a little bit, we can both do a little bit of like, oh, here's what happened in the game, here's this, but it doesn't really so fucking matter. But the parts where they take it shot from the game or like line from line from the game, and just like, fuck yeah. So like as soon as he was like doing this and he goes up to the other guy and then like he beats the fucking head in of the other dude.
Yeah, he was like, I'm not going to tell you shit. Like, it's okay. I believe him.
I believe him.
He just whacks him. Oh my God. It's so good.
Hannah, while watching, was just like, God damn. Meanwhile, I'm just like drooling. I'm like, oh, it's just something gay, but it's so good. Pedro, everything you touch is gold. But that being said, I cannot wait to see what the finale does for everybody. Because that's
so this brings up an interesting like theory I've seen, where I'm not going to spoil it, but like I feel like they've done a really good job toning down the violence. Mm-hmm. There's like many reasons for it. Like it's not a video game; it's a show. You can't like have like all this violence. Like in the game, Joe gets him impaled in way worse than he is in the show.
Way worse.
And that's real, like the context that they're in. But I like that they haven't shown them kill too many people. Like it's a big deal when Joe kills one person, and that kind of like starts off this whole thing with David and his crew. But I think they did that so that when we do see violence, like at the end of this episode, it is jarring.
Yeah.
And we're only gonna get more of that. I feel.
Ellie, dude, she fucking like 30 chops on that guy, and I was just like, God damn, they put that on.
Damn.
The finale of this is going to be fucking nuts for people who haven't watched it. I think they're going to, like, again, no spoilers. I'm not going to say anything about it. Don't look it up. If you've made it this far and you haven't looked up anything, fucking stay on the trend. Because I think it's so much more better to have that organic experience of seeing how everything plays out. See how things start in season 2. That'll be a whole nother rush of things that like for us to go into. And I can't wait. I just love that it keeps giving us content. Pedro is our number one fan of content on this fucking show. Because if it wasn't that, it's Mandalorian. And I would do a quick Mandalorian review and say it's still good. It fucking slaps. Anyway. So
no, I completely forgot Mandalorian was outside. I didn't see it. But
dude, Mandalorian's fucking
watch that
right now. Mandalorian's fucking, here's why. Because, all right, Last of Us drops perfectly on a Sunday, which means by the time we're reviewing on Tuesday, boom, recent. Fucking Mandalorian drops Wednesday, which means we're the fucking last people in the world to talk about it. And nobody cares what we think anyway. So it's just kind of
we don't gotta talk about it. It's fine.
Yeah, Mando's great though. Keep watching that one. Wait till season 2. Mando. Yeah, no, dude. I mean, season 2 of Last of Us is gonna. Whew, it's all.
So this is a true thing that happened. Like I just cannot get the Last of Us off my mind. And my favorite video trailer time was the Last of Us Part 2 reveal trailer.
Yeah.
Where I just watched that today. I got tears. I got freaking goosebumps. I can't wait.
You know what would be an interesting thing for us to look at later? Seeing what the Last of Us trailer looked like versus like the video game versus the show's trailers and see how they line up to kind of see. I wonder if that's going to give us hints to what like And I know we're like we're at least a year off from Last of Us 2 season 2.
Oh, at least I think it's going to be even
And
more.
so it'll be
than
like a
that, probably.
2025 show or something like that, probably.
Right.
Yeah.
I think 25 sounds right.
Yeah, like because they just said that they like are just starting to film currently, like they're just currently filming on it, so they're at least 2025 now. But I'd be curious to see like how much that lines up with like the trailers, and I forget how much like I remember the Last of Us 2 trailer showed. Yeah, they don't give away any of the big reveals, and I don't think any of us on Last of Us 1 did either. So, anyways, I'm gonna shut up because I want you all to just enjoy the fucking show. It still comes out this Sunday though, right? Because it comes out against the Oscars, correct?
Oh, yeah, I didn't think of that. Oh shit.
Yeah. No, I was thinking about that because I'm gonna keep Hannah up late that night because we're gonna be watching Oscars. But then
so here's
like,
an interesting thing. So Hannah's watching it with you, and so does she know like the story base of the game?
No, she doesn't know it. Like,
so what is that like watching with someone who doesn't know?
It's hard. She is somebody who would read the last last 5 pages of a book, right? Like she's like,
oh my god, I do that too.
She gets anxious about it, so she needs to know. And I keep telling her, fucking do not fucking spoil. Like this is such a good story. Don't spoil. But the only time I've had to like give her a sneak peek into like, all right, like the only time was like with Riley, and she was like, because it was like we had just gone through Lamar Jones and like the brother turning into a zombie and then it gets shot and then it plays out that.
Yeah.
And Hannah was like, I fucking can't. I don't know. I love this show. The show's so good, but I just don't know if I can do like if I could go through this emotional roller coaster anymore. This last episode, she just cried because she was like, finally a good episode. And I was like, it's saying something when this is like the feel good episode. She was like, somebody bad fucking died. Nobody that we love died. And it was just nice. Like it was just like how relieved she was on that one. But no. So it's been great because much of my enjoyment from this experience is not only seeing how good the show is, but seeing how good it resonates with somebody who didn't play the game. So I love, and I hope that she's not like secretly like spoiling it behind my back because that would drive me up the walls. And she knows it. If she went in, she's like, "Oh, I already know this," or "I already know that," I would be like, "Fuck you." I would get mad at her, and I'd be like, "Fine, put on the fucking show."
I so wish I didn't have the knowledge of the game, so I can just like join the story.
What a
again
ride.
for the first time.
I know.
So
I do wish I could scan it out of my head just to be like, I want to be on the ride with everybody who's not going to play the games and doesn't look up spoilers.
No, for sure. So it looks like they are on the same night. Like it's still going to be Sunday.
Yeah. Cool. I was wondering about that. I meant to look and double check, but I was like, damn, it's fighting Oscars? I was like, okay, really, Oscars was fighting Last of Us. Season 2.
Oscars is definitely fighting Last of Us. Oscars have been down in viewership.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
They're gonna try to wrap that shit up real quick whenever it's like Last of Us o'clock.
No, but it is funny that you mentioned like someone bad dying, because I feel like up until this episode, we haven't gotten someone who's completely irredeemable. I feel like they've done a good job humanizing the villains, or not. I wouldn't even call them villains; they're more like antagonists, where no one's like black and white. Like everyone has like shades of gray to them. Fed for all their faults is actually shown to be like necessary in certain places, and even the flies shown to be not all bad. Even Kathleen was not all bad; she was just fighting for her people. But David is just a scum of the piece of shit. And I feel like it needed that. Like it does humanize him, but he's not meant to be someone we empathize with. And I'm glad they didn't shy away from that, because in the game he is all of that. He is a cannibal. He is a weird pedophile. So I'm glad they kept that the same, because it did feel super uneasy watching him like just touch Ellie's hand and like try to convince her to be his lady wife.
Right. I will say the scene where they're talking around the bonfire, right, is still so good, which again, humble nod to the game, because guess what? That's how it played in the game too. But
there's a slight difference, because like in the game, how it shows Ellie trusting David because they had to fight off a bunch of clickers together. Yeah. Or infected together. In the show, they just do that through conversation. Right. And they did it so well that you believe like this guy could be good. This guy could just be a decent person. And then it just so good.
You know, it's pretty funny to like think about like this show in the context of being like zombie horror, so to speak, with it, because of how little now that we're at episode 8 and I'm like, okay, I know how episode 8 like is probably going to go, relatively speaking. and I'm like, man, how little they've had to even use clickers and like
Right.
stuff like that. And I'm just like, huh. That'd be like you watch Jurassic Park and you got like maybe cumulatively like 20 minutes of dinosaurs, like out of the whole franchise,
Right.
right?
But I
Like,
do think that actually helps it so much because I saw someone say that every time we see infected, someone important dies.
yeah,
So every time they show up, they're a
they're
serious threat.
always a threat. Yes, and then it shows why the world is so fucking scared and this way about it. Yeah, the backstory of a teacher and a preacher made him even creepier. Yeah, you knew he was diddling some kids, and that's why he probably stopped being a teacher. No, but the tone shift is so good. Plus, Troy Baker, we got Troy Baker in there. Hooray! For those who didn't know, he got axed.
Yeah, and I love like the amount of depth we see in his character because like in the game he was kind of like a throwaway character,
totally.
but in here we really see the nuance. And I've heard Troy talk about his choices to like flesh his character out, where he knows what David is,
yeah,
and he has to go along with it because it's his best chance at survival. Like he knows that he's not a good person. He's probably gonna like fuck these kids, but he's just like he has no other option. They're stuck in this frozen because like I think he said there was a part of the script that was cut where it shows David Troop finding this resort and it's like paradise, but they find it during the summertime, so they have no idea how it's going to be in the winter. This is their first winter and they are struggling because of that, and because of their struggles they have to turn to David, a charismatic leader, to lead them, and that's how he rules with iron fist because like these people depend on him.
I'll tell you right now, Apocalypse hits. Other than the kid diddling, I'm gonna make a cult. If I can be the charismatic leader,
Hold off. I can see you pulling off.
I could probably make a cult. I could probably make a cult right now, but I'm choosing not to because I don't need the money. But that clip's gonna get around one day, so that's why I don't run for politics. Anyways. Last of Us is fantastic. It's better than Sopranos, and it's definitely better than Breaking Bad. So, on that note,
I can't even argue with that. It's at this point I prefer it over Breaking Bad. So.
There we go. I can't believe they didn't show the reverse shot where Ellie was meat cleavering David's face. Dude, that would have been so gnarly to see what his face looked like after all that. Like, I did see a screenshot of it was like Ellie like winding up on top of her, and it was like David gets what he wants. Ellie really gave him the ride, or something like that. And I was like, that's inappropriate.
That's yeah.
But he did get fucked. It'd be like, you know how like they'll show like scenes of people dying or whatever, and then they'll caption it with like Pornhub captions or whatever, like girl fucks preacher or something like that, and then they'll show like that clip from Last of Us or something.
I think we probably move on from that.
Yeah, on that note.
On that note,
speaking of kid diddling, let's talk about the Oscars.
Yeah, okay, let's talk about the Oscars. I closed the screen that I was going to share, but we're going to be making our predictions now. Yeah. So we showed the Best Picture nominees. Remind me again how many of these you've seen.
Over half, if I recall correctly. Okay. So
and how would you? Let me take out this Last of Us spoilers.
Yeah.
So how would you rank the ones you've seen?
Ranking in order, it is Everything Everywhere All at Once. Everything else. No, I can't do that. But I mean, effectively. Yeah. So EEAAO. As far as better films go, Banshees is my number 2.
Fair. Now, so the last time we spoke, you had not seen Top Gun. Have you seen Top Gun?
I still haven't seen Top Gun. I'm not gonna fucking watch Top Gun. And as high as it is on everybody's fucking list, I'm not gonna bother watching it for this reason. It's not gonna win.
It's not gonna win, but like, it's a good movie.
Listen. One day I'll end up having an excuse, and I'll be 5 years behind, just like how it took me 7 years to get the airplane.
Oh, have you guys heard of this movie, Top Gun Maverick?
I know, right? That's what I'm gonna do. It's gonna annoy the fuck out of every single one of you guys. Everything Everywhere, Banshees.
Got Fablemans.
I think I still put Fablemans.
Fablemans
is next. Tar. Avatar.
Yeah, that's exactly where I would rank them if those were the movies I had.
Yeah.
for sure.
And then I hadn't seen any other ones. Triangle of Sadness looks like it's a bottom tier one. Elvis
This is my
looks like
least
it.
favorite of the list.
Yeah, Elvis looks like it is better than it probably puts out to be, but I probably don't love it. All Quiet on the Western Front. I've finally come to the conclusion it's just gonna be a good war movie where if I watch it once and I'm like, yeah, it's good, cinematography's gorgeous, and then I'm never gonna fucking watch it again. Like
That's right.
it happens every year. It happens every couple of years. Great.
I can guarantee that I'll never see that movie again.
It'll be frankly, and I don't want to compare it to 1917 because actually I think I want to go back and watch 1917.
I want to go back. Yeah,
1917 was like really, really good. But it's gonna go.
1917, I think, was my favorite that year of the noms.
Wow, I'd have to look, but
Actually no. Sorry, is that the year that Parasite came out?
Yeah, I think it was.
Yeah,
Parasite.
it's number 2.
Jojo Rabbit also came out that year though too.
It's number 2.
Woof. Hot take, but no, yeah, like 1917 is a step above, but like I love Dunkirk or something like that, but it's in the same category of like I don't really care if I'll watch Dunkirk again. I probably won't. Honestly,
I prefer those movies over All Quiet on the Western Front.
Right. So everything else kind of just feels like it's not even they're not gonna win, and if it did win, I'd be heavily surprised. Based on Hannah's interest, I might walk away watching Women Talking. I don't know. We'll see. Because I've watched a movie every single and I know it's only 2 days in, but I watched today. It was Tar and Pinocchio. Yesterday was The Fabelmans. Like earlier this week, a couple weeks ago, it's been Banshees of Inisherin, obviously. I've got The Whale to watch tomorrow. Unrelated to Oscars, I've got to watch Swiss Army Man for a review. So I'm kind of like grinding through these, but also fucking Creed 3's in theaters right now, and I haven't got a chance to watch it. So yeah,
it's really good. I think you'll like it a lot. It's very anime.
Fuck yeah. So it's all movie week for me this week, effectively. That being said, I think even if I watch the rest of them, I probably still feel the same way, frankly. Top Gun Maverick could possibly fluctuate a little bit higher, but I still think my top 3 stays the same. Because I think, everything, Banshees, Fabelmans. Depending on the day, I could see Tar being over Fabelmans for my 3rd spot.
Yeah, I mean it's a tough call. They're both very close.
They're very good, and they're just good in different ways. Like Cate Blanchett's performance is like fucking insane in Tar, like really, really good. And I actually do really enjoy what the movie does for talking about the destruction and things like that. But Fabelman's just, it's like, if I'm talking about performance alone, everything about it is just so subtly good. Like all the performances are just very human, very believable. Nobody is truly an antagonist in the film. And the Fabelmans, the tiniest little spoiler on Fabelmans is like the closest thing that you get is like the mom, but like as an antagonist of sorts. But even then, like nobody ever feels like everybody feels flawed in a way that is believable and good. And nobody ever feels like they're just genuinely awful or terrible, except for the one fucking kid in high school. That kid sucks. But
yeah. I was gonna say he's the.
I take it back. There is one antagonist, and it's that shithead from that one. And the high school parts are a little weird, but it's all kind of like funny, charming, and it has Spielberg's touch to it. And like there's that little bit of like just magic imagination, but it really feels like Spielberg reined in, and everything is so subtly done, but done well. When I say subtle, I mean it's not like bombastic and dramatic like Tar is. It's not incredibly over the top like Everything Everywhere. But I think that's in itself an art to sit there and still create like something that's really entertaining and good without having to be so bombastic and lean on these huge things.
Yeah, for sure. Totally get all that. Top Gun's so better.
Shut up.
But no, yeah, I definitely agree with all that. I feel like it's such a good movie, and it's so personal. You can feel it's Spielberg and how he does. It's just so good. I wish Gabriel LaSalle, who played the main character, would have been nominated for an Oscar because I think he deserves for that last scene alone with that bully. At the end, towards the end of the movie.
I cackled whenever he's like, I won't tell anybody unless I make a movie about it. And I was literally like,
oh, it's so good.
Somewhere there's some shithead in California named Logan punching the locker because he got his fucking shit exposed 70 years later.
All right, let's get down to our predictions. Who do you think is going to win?
Best Picture.
It's obvious, yeah.
It's Everything Everywhere All at Once. And if it's
Clearly.
not, it's gonna be Banshees.
I think it's not. It's going to be All Quiet on the Western Front, which is, I don't think it will, but I got money on it. I don't accidentally pasted the entire list, so that is a problem.
Also, you need to get a dark filter for this. You're blowing my eyes out right now with this white screen.
Oh yeah, that's a good call. That's a good call. How do I change that?
Yeah, I don't know. I have a web extension for it, but
you know what? I can't fix it. We're just gonna leave it like that.
It's so bright. It's so bright. Go into.
I don't like it either, but it is what it is.
No, hold on. WPS right. Click file. Go into options interface.
Where do you see that?
Options Okay, I don't see that. Click general. Is there a general option? General option. Damn it.
This is great content.
You can chase the interface with eye protection or dark mode. Yeah, it does exist, and that's gonna bother me, but we've got to do it. Like, there's no way. We've got. Well, let me watch this quick YouTube tutorial video.
I got it.
Okay.
I got it.
You got it? Oh fuck yeah.
Did that fix it?
I don't know. I don't think it did. Let's see.
That did not fix it.
That's not. It's
That's
a little
not
better.
it.
It's a little better, but it's not.
I mean, it's fine.
The content everybody loves, tech support. You fucking right, Kelsey. Actually, I don't know. It feels like you ruined the document, but it is a little better, so I'll take it.
I did ruin the document.
Yeah, you're just ruining it. You're just, oh my god, nah. This is a shit show. Yeah, now I remembered why. I was wondering why the show has been running so smoothly the past month.
Listen, I don't need that kind of negativity in my life.
No, I'm kidding. I missed you. Show isn't the same without you. You might want to go forward once. You could probably just get.
I messed it up because I had the Nats prediction. Dylan.
I know. You had it all typed up.
Now they're gone.
Asking for too much here, but
best director.
All right,
we got
best director. This one's tough. By default, I'm not gonna lie. I'm gonna show my hand a little bit. I think like Everything Everywhere is just gonna kind of sweep. So like my gut feeling says that the Daniel should be the pick. However, I don't know. Strangely, I feel like they're gonna get snubbed on director. I think Everything Everywhere will take everything else, but I don't know if I think. Fuck it. All else fails. Give it to the Daniels. I'm giving it to the Daniels.
Yeah, I think that it's a pretty safe bet that Daniel's going to win this. I think the only competition they have is Spielberg, and that's mainly because of his name and because he did a great job directing. But it's the Daniel.
I like that you're like, well, and he did an exceptional job directing this movie.
Right.
But... yeah, I mean, it just should be. Like, frankly, like
it should be.
Yeah, best actress. This is hard.
We got Kate Blanchett, Ana de Armas, Andrea Riseborough, Michelle Williams, and Michelle Yeoh.
Now, let me ask you this, Matt. I want you to give the answer first, but let me ask you this. What are the odds? Because I feel like Kate Blanchett's the favorite going in.
You think Kate Blanchett is the favorite?
I think so. That's how I feel like I've been hearing it recently. I've been
You're
feeling
saying
like
that I put $100 on Michelle Yeoh and Kate Blanchett is the favorite.
Listen, I don't. Maybe I'm wrong. Like Michelle Yeoh is definitely like the other person, but I feel like Kate Blanchett on Tar has been more. I've heard a little bit more about her than I've heard with Michelle Yeoh on this one.
Oh man,
I'm just
looking at the odds right now, and it's oh boy, I don't know why I put this much money on it. So Michelle is the favorite, but so is Kate Blanchett.
Right,
they're both favorites.
Right, I was about to say they're both favorites, but what's the? You've seen Blonde. I haven't seen Blonde, but what's the chance that Ana de Armas steals it from them?
I wouldn't say it's 0. But I also think that she is the least likely to win.
Out of the whole list, or just those 3?
Out of all these people, she's number 5.
Really?
And that's like no disparagement against her. I think she was the only thing in Blonde. That and the cinematography. I think everything else just stunk. but she did an exceptional job. She did amazing, and she deserves to be on this list.
Uh-huh.
She's just not as good as any of these other 4 actresses.
You have her over Michelle Williams with Fablemans?
I think Michelle Williams did a better job. Yeah.
Michelle Williams did a great job, but I mean, kind of how I hear it, I feel like Anna could would be third in the race. Overall,
I don't think so.
I mean, I don't know. I haven't. So to that note, I haven't seen Andrea Riseborough on To Leslie.
So here's a fun thing.
Uh-huh.
I woke up on Sunday, and I was like, "Oh fuck, the Oscars are next week. I gotta watch all these movies for Twitch Wednesday."
Same thing. I had the same exact problem this week, right? I was like, "Fuck, this week." I just turned it into.
So I watched 4 movies on Sunday.
Yeah.
I watched After Sun. I watched To Leslie, which she's nominated for.
Yeah.
I watched Blonde, which took up half my day because it's a fucking it's 3 hours and it felt like 6, honestly.
Yeah.
And then I saw Causeway. And I have to say that Andrea Riseborough is so good in this. She's like oh my god, she's so good. I think she deserves every bit of this nomination. I think she's number 3 for me on this list. Because Cate Blanchett is amazing and Michelle Yeoh obviously is my favorite.
Right.
But yeah, she's up.
But to answer the question of like what my pick is going to be, it's got to be on Michelle Yeoh, mostly because it's not just that I think that she's the best, yes, but I also think that's the one I want the most because she hasn't had a fucking Oscar, correct?
Oh, correct.
She has never won an Oscar. I don't, and you might know this off the cuff quicker than me, but did she get nominated for like memoirs or for Crouching Tiger? I don't think she even got nominated.
I don't think she did. I could be wrong. I'm not one of these Schmodown people, but I don't think she did.
Smithy, if you're in here, that seems like something you would know off the cuff without me having to Google it. But I don't think that she was nominated in either of those. And this is her first one. I think she's well overdue for fucking winning an Oscar. And this is honestly, a hell of a movie for it to do it on.
I actually think it's mostly been white women winning Best Actress. So
it is. I saw something that said within the last 20 years there hasn't been somebody of a person of color or something like that who's won the award.
Yeah, so this is a big deal. I really hope she wins.
Yeah. I think if anybody of this cast, first of all, every one of these people in these fucking cast deserves their nomination from Everything Everywhere. But if anything should absolutely be winning, it's Michelle Yeoh.
For sure. 100%.
Fucking legend, dude. Oh my god, are you kidding me? Get out of here. Yeah, so Michelle Yeoh, easy.
All right, Best Actor, we got Austin Butler in Elvis, Colin Farrell in Banshees of Inisherin, Brendan Fraser in The Whale, Paul Mescal in After Sun, and Bill Nighy in Living.
How many
of these have you seen?
I've only seen the one. I've only seen Banshees. So.
Oh, you have seen The Whale? I thought you did.
No, I'm watching that tomorrow.
Oh, gotcha. Okay.
So my hot take on this is that I almost want to hold reserve on picking Brendan Fraser for The Whale, even though he's clearly, I think, the favorite in a lot of ways. Yeah. So not having seen any of the other 3, and I've seen enough of the trailer to think, yeah, Austin Butler probably does a really good performance, but
he is really good.
And Colin Farrell's actually, the more I think about him in Banshees, I think it's underrated still, if anything.
I mean, he's nominated for an Oscar. I don't know how much.
I think it's underrated. But that being said, I haven't seen The Whale, but from what I hear, I think the safe bet should be The Whale because Fraser is the only thing in this movie that's getting nominated. That says how fucking good it is. And it's Brendan Fraser who is fighting a lot of stigma. If he doesn't win it, even no matter how good the other performances are, it's going to feel like a snub knowing that this is the one thing the Oscars said. He for sure gets the nod, though.
Yeah. I will say, I think the Whale is a really, really good movie. Mm-hmm. I really liked it a lot, but I feel like most of that is on the shoulders of Brendan Fraser. So he definitely deserves this award. I think there is an outside chance that Austin Butler can come in and steal it. Yeah, I wouldn't be mad about it. But my pick is Brendan Fraser, 100%.
Yeah, I would say my number 2 would definitely probably be Austin Butler just on a whim, but I honestly think that I don't think enough people, not so much. Yeah, sure, the Oscars have recognized Colin Farrell and that and good, but I don't feel like enough people are talking about Colin Farrell's performance in Banshees.
Yeah.
I think that's just my problem with it. But Brendan Fraser is going to be the pick.
I will say shout out to Paul Mescal. He was amazing in After Sun. Mm-hmm. So everyone should check that out as well. Best Supporting Actress, we got Angela Bassett in Black Panther: Wakanda Forever, Hong Chow in The Whale, Carrie Condon in Banshees of Inisherin, Jamie Curtis in Everything Everywhere All at Once, and Stephanie Hsu from Everything Everywhere All at Once.
This one is so hard, bro. This one is so hard. Because it's more about who I think is going to win, not who I want to win. So for the record, my personal who I want to win, Stephanie Hsu, obviously.
Yeah, for sure.
That being said, Angela Bassett's like one of the good things about Black Panther: Wakanda Forever, and for that movie to get nominated is saying a lot about Angela Bassett. Jamie Lee Curtis is exceptional in Everything Everywhere as well too, though.
Yeah.
The safest bet is probably Angela Bassett, though. I feel like she's been the favorite in this category, but if Stephanie Hsu take it or picks it up, I'm so fucking joyed. Like that big win for me. But I gotta go Angela Bassett on this one. I think that's kind of like it's the safe bet. I don't like it, but it's what probably feels right. Her performance is actually killer in it.
She's so good. So this is, I think this might be, I haven't looked at the odds, but I think this might be the closest one. There's no clear favorite. I don't know who to pick because I think the best odds are Angela Bassett.
Yeah.
But it's not hers by any means.
No, it feels like if there's 5 people, there's like 20% chances across the board, but I feel like Angela Bassett's like 21 to like one of theirs 19. Like Hong Chow is probably like a 19%, or Carrie Condon's at like a 19%.
Yeah. And I feel like I don't want to pick I don't want to pick Jamie Lee Curtis or Stephanie Hsu because they both might split on them.
Yeah, right. That's the other part too, is that they're splitting the movie performance on that. So
yeah. I don't think Hong Chow has Angela Bassett. I'm gonna go Angela Bassett just because like I don't feel good about any of the others.
No, right. Like, and you know what? If I ever need to like reaffirm my belief in this, I just need to go back and watch Black Panther 2 trailer, watch like the clips of Angela
so
Bassett,
good,
and fucking
tells you all you need to know.
Yeah, and then I'm just like, yeah, dude, that's it.
All right, we got Best Supporting Actor, Brendan Gleeson for Banshees of Inisherin, Brian Tyree Henry for Causeway, Judd Hirsch for The Fablemans, Harry Keoghan for The Banshees of Inisherin, and Wei Kwan for Everything Everywhere All at Once. You know where my heart is.
First of all, I love all of these. I haven't seen Brian Tyree is the one who's that one, but we already know where I'm going to go to it because I got to do a little banter. Ke Huy Quan is such a fucking gem. What a lovely human being. I was just watching the Colbert. Did you see there was like a 9-minute Colbert interview with him where it's like him talking about how like he thought Hollywood had like forgot about him, and then like
I have seen that.
Yeah, and then he was like at one of these like critics awards things and he won, and Steven Spielberg was giving him like a standing applause, and he still like Steven sends him like he has sent him a birthday or a Christmas present every year for 38 years, and like dude, I won't lie, I fucking cried. Like Ke is he's got such good fucking energy. He is such a lovely human being. Give it to Ke.
I love him. He's one of my favorite people. He deserves this.
Yeah, and honestly, he fucking kills this role. So fucking good. Oh my god! I mean, obviously, everybody goes back to quoting like "I could do laundry with you forever," you know, like that line out of that film, and it's just
with good reason. That's a killer line.
Yeah, it's an amazing line, and it's performed like. First of all, good lines are one thing, but excellent executions are another. Right? He just does it, man. He just fucking does it. So far, we have not drifted once off our answer so far.
No, we've had the same answer for all of these. It's bound to happen eventually, because
yeah. This is a very monopolized year, I think. So
right. I will say all these people deserve it. They're so good.
No, everybody in this category is good. And I can't speak for Brian Tyree Henry, but like
Brian Tyree Henry is as good as anything he's ever been in, and you know how good he is in everything. Yeah. So he's just as good in this. Next category, cinematography. We have All Quiet on the Western Front, Bardo, False Chronicle of a Handful of Truths, Elvis, Empire Light, and Tar.
I'll tell you right now, it's gonna be All Quiet on the Western Front. I haven't watched it. I haven't even seen the fucking trailer for more than like 10 seconds of this movie. It's a war movie, and the war movies always get the fucking cinematography ones whenever they're up.
Yeah.
Am I wrong?
I don't think this has the best cinematography, but it's gonna win.
It's got
For
right.
Sure. It has to win something.
Based on the Elvis trailer, I just think that I don't know. I just don't see it like taking it. Tar actually, I really appreciate Tar's cinematography. But yeah, I just
So
think
I haven't seen all these movies. I've only seen 3: the All Quiet on the Western Front, Elvis, and Tar.
Yeah.
I feel like I don't know. I would have nominated some other movies on this.
Right. I honestly thought that there was some interest. I mean, frankly, for Everything Everywhere, not to keep on sweeping, but I think it's weird that they didn't get nominated on cinematography. Right. I could go out of my way to fucking sing the praises of the Batman not being on a cinematography.
Oh, the Batman deserved the nomination for this for sure. That's
the Batman. Honestly, hot take: the Batman should have won and it got snubbed entirely. Like,
yeah.
The Batman cinematography is out of this fucking world. I don't care if you're saying that we're gonna geek stand it. Yeah, you're fucking right. I am, but the cinematography is insane.
Honestly, I'm not even the biggest Batman fan. Like, you got all mad because it was like that low on my list.
I'm still mad about it, but
but like it deserves best cinematography.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah,
we got
the cinematography
best
is good.
Editing.
Oh my god.
Banshees of Inisherin, Elvis, Everything Everywhere All at Once.
Next, Everything Everywhere. Like, there's no way. If Everything Everywhere lost on this, then I would just presume that they were gonna snub the shit out of the rest of the awards, and that everything that we've taken for granted was like just out the window. This movie lives and breathes on its editing. So
for sure, this is I think it's pretty much a lock.
Yeah,
let's move on. We got we got original screenplay, Banshees of Inisherin, Everything Everywhere All at Once, The Fabelmans, Tar, and Triangle of Sadness.
This one I'm actually really hung up on. I won't lie. This is not just the clear cut give it to Everything Everywhere All at Once one that I want to give it to. Like, it's probably the favorite, but Banshees and Fabelmans, I think. I mean, honestly, even Tar, all of these are like really exceptional original screenplays.
Yeah, this one's tough.
Triangle of Sadness feels like the strange one here, having not watched the movie, but saw the trailer.
Triangle of Sadness feels like it shouldn't be nominated for any of these, if I'm being honest.
Yeah.
And I like the movie. It's just doesn't deserve it.
It's not that quality, right? It's not that quality.
Right. My biggest criticism of Triangle of Sadness is that it feels like it's like trying to like the message is like brought right in your face. Like it really tries to like it's not subtle about it at all. The message is very clear. It's right there.
You know, I'm going to quote you on this from our chat earlier, but I think you're exactly right about it. Is that its version of satire is way too on the nose, and it's not
right.
It's not subtle enough. It's not doing enough playfulness with it. It's a little just too like obnoxious about it. And I don't. Do you know if Barbarian was an original screenplay?
I think it was.
I would put Barbarian here over Triangle of Sadness, if I'm being honest.
I would put Barbarian over a lot of movies.
fair.
Yeah, it looks like it is an original screenplay.
TOS is everywhere and next to no Babylon. Yeah, I know, Kelsey, you love Babylon. I meant to get around to watching Babylon, but then I saw that it wasn't really on this list.
Babylon's not that good. You're fine.
I see, and that's where I'm kind of like leaning on. I think I was like, I kind of want to see it for the spectacle. I feel like it's gonna. Did Babylon had to get nominated for like set pieces or something like that later, though, right? Like costumes.
I think it got nominated for. I mean, this is my I haven't looked at the list too much, but I feel like it should be nominated for best score.
Oh yeah, I guess that's another one that I could do too. But original screenplay, God, dude, I don't know. This is strangely.
I'm just kidding. I really like Babylon. Just want to Kelsey a little bit. Yeah, this was tough.
Here's the one where I'm going to turn left on it. I'm going to turn left, and it's not going to. I'm just going to say that I think Banshees of Ed Sheeran.
Really? Okay.
Yeah.
I think that's a good pick. I do think that's a good pick, but I am going for the full Everything Everywhere All at Once sweep.
And you know what? I'm openly saying I think you're right. And if we tally up these points later and I lose by this 1 point, I'm going to be like, well, we're both right because I was fairly certain it was going to be that. But I wanted to at least have one answer different so far. And if it's going to be different, it's going to be here. And I think it's going to be Banshees because there's Banshees.
Honestly, I wouldn't be mad about it.
Banshees is so deep. Like, not saying that. First of all, not saying that Everything Everywhere isn't deep, but it's just
they're all deep.
It's deep in such an interesting and unique and individual way. And again, comparing to Everything Everywhere is unfair, dude. Yeah, I almost want to just keep changing my answer. I can't, every time I keep saying like everything strength that Banshees has, Everything Everywhere I think still does better. Yeah, fuck it. I'm gonna commit. I'm gonna say Banshees because this would be if I was gonna put a random bet anywhere, it'd be right here because I think this is a swing category.
And with the Oscars, that's highly possible.
Yeah, with screenplays,
you never know.
Screenplays, you never know. So, and then watch fucking Tar. Honestly, Fablemans could take this. Tar could take this.
I was gonna say I would honestly might give it to the Fablemans if I didn't love everything all that much.
Right. Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know.
I don't know what award you're on, but the winner is
I don't know what
Moonfall.
award you're on. Yeah.
We're doing original screenplay, and last I checked, Moonfall was probably an original screenplay. So you know what? I'm gonna go ahead and give it to you on that one, Mike. Mike, happy to see you.
Biggest snub of the year.
Yeah. Anyway, what's next on
We
the
got
list?
adapted screenplay. All Quiet on the Western Front, Glass Onion and Knives Out Mystery, Living, Top Gun Maverick, and Woman Talking.
What a weird fucking situation for Glass Onion to have to fucking end up into. Can I say that up front? Like,
yes, it's because the Oscars count every sequel as an adapted screenplay.
yeah,
because it was adapted from the original movie,
right.
and that's weird to me.
I kind of get it, but I think it's dumb. I don't know. I haven't seen Women Talking. I haven't seen Top Gun Maverick, but frankly, I don't know. Fucking, it might be Top Gun Maverick in this, the way that people keep talking about it. So, Nat, you go first. I'm going to reserve my answer.
I don't think Top Gun Maverick has a chance in hell. There's no way it wins this award. I think it's between All Quiet on the Western Front and Woman Talking.
Huh.
And
Okay.
I don't know where to go.
I'm going to commit and just say Glass Onion, A Knives Out Mystery.
Okay.
I feel like it got I feel like by any other stretch it should be an original screenplay, but because of the dumb rules, it got knocked into adapted screenplay, and that just makes me feel like that it's still like a heavy favorite.
Yeah. That would be my pick to win if I was voting. But I feel like Women Talking deserves to go home with an award because it's such an Oscar baity movie.
Yeah.
And it actually pulls it off really well. But I think if you were going to give it an award, it would be in this category.
Yeah. And I would concede that based on what you've told me about Women Talking, you're probably right. Like, yeah.
Oh, yeah, here we go. We got production design.
See, I thought I was for sure Babylon had to get a production one just based on trailers.
So here it is. We got Avatar, Babylon, Elvis, and Fablemans.
That being said, also production design for Avatar. Avatar is like 99% CG. How does this I don't know how to quantify it in this thing. Let me think. How good was the production in Babylon or not Babylon and the Fablemans? It's kind of good.
It is very good. I think the production is always going to be good in a Spielberg movie.
I mean, it's Spielberg, right? So the production always comes out really good. But yeah, this just seems like a stupid war movie category. Whenever these are the kind of awards that these movies win. So yeah, let's go with All Quiet. I'm gonna trust my gut. I'm gonna trust my gut on the Oscars being kind of predictable this year, and that the war movie would get the production design one. But then then Babylon's gonna win it, and I'm gonna look like a fucking dummy.
I'll go Babylon.
Yeah.
Now that I think about it, the production in that movie is really good. Yeah. Big
you know what?
set pieces.
Okay, I'm not gonna be wrong on this. It's Babylon. Put me on Babylon. The more I'm talking about it, the more I'm like, no, there's no fucking way. If that movie was gonna win an award, it's probably in this one.
It probably is.
Yeah.
International feature. We got All Quiet on the Western Front, Argentina, 1985, Close, EO, and The Quiet Girl. I think you're gonna have to give it to All Quiet on this one because.
Yep.
I
haven't watched any of these. All Quiet's the only one I've even seen a trailer on, but based on the fact that it's been nominated for several categories and these ones haven't, All Quiet probably seems like the favorite.
That's a telltale sign for sure.
Yeah. Usually they're showing their hand when they do it like that. Yeah.
We got an anime feature. We got Pinocchio, Michelle the Shell with Shoes On, Puss in Boots, The Last Wish, The Sea Beast, and Turning Red.
So let me start by saying I fucking love that Marcel the Shell with Shoes On got nominated. I haven't got a chance to see it. I adore it though. So
I haven't seen it either, but I also adore it.
I adore it to death. A friend of mine who watches too much animated films in a way that doesn't make him smart, said that Puss in Boots: The Last Wish is actually like insane, and he keeps trying to get us to watch it. Like he is Puss in Boots. He is Top Gun Mavericking Puss in Boots 3, right? Like he's like, you need to watch this. You need to watch the whole thing, and I'm like, you're insane. It's Pinocchio. I just watched that today. So fucking charming. What a lovely
It's
film.
Pinocchio. I haven't seen any of these movies except for Turning. I really want to watch Puss in Boots because like it's still in theaters for some reason in my theater.
Yeah.
Like it's been months. It's still there. So it has to be. There has to be a reason for that. But I want to like watch all the Shrek movies and then build myself up to that.
Oh my god, you're gonna go through the Shrek run into the Puss in Boots run? There's like
listen. There's 4 Shrek movies and 2 Puss in Boots movies. That's 6 movies. That's fine.
that's one
They're short
blog
movies.
watch.
That's true. That's true. Yeah, I'm gonna go Pinocchio. It has a lot of good buzz around it. I don't know how to spell Pinocchio, so I'm gonna
Pinocchio. Yeah. No, I mean it's Guillermo del Toro, and I have recently watched it, and it's delightful. The honestly the score and soundtrack on it is just fun. Nazis got added in. And honestly, I think he holds back on it being as like dark as it could be. The animated version of it is still a horror fucking movie, and anybody who's watched that recently will agree.
Didn't we get 2 Pinocchio movies this year or last year?
Yeah, it was last year. We got another one. It's the Jungle Book all over again. It was the Jungle Book and then Andy Serkis's Jungle Book.
Yeah. Oh yeah, we did have that. That's I don't know.
It was like no, that was Mogi, but it's same idea, right? Like
yeah.
Which I never watched that. Anybody, just quick side.
I saw it, but I don't remember it at all. So that should tell you all you need to know.
Yeah, I kind of figured that was gonna be the case. Chat, did you guys see Mowgli?
Is that the one where Scarlett Johansson was the snake?
No, Scarlett Johansson was a snake in the official, like the Jungle Book.
Oh, that's right. That's right. Yeah. So I might not have seen Mowgli.
Oh, okay. Yeah. But I remember thinking that the regular Jungle Book reanimated was pretty fucking solid, actually. Like, I thought it was good.
Yeah.
I saw Alan. How was Mowgli, and how was it compared to like the animate or the live action Jungle Book, quote unquote? Anyway, I haven't seen any of these animated shorts, so I'm gonna go ahead and say that it's the My Year of Dicks, because that title.
I haven't seen any of these either, so I'm gonna just take a shot in the dark. I'm gonna say Ice Merchants.
Yeah. My Year of Dicks sounds like a hell of a thought, like autobiography. An auto thought.
Also, like, do you see this movie under it? And Asher's told me the word is fake, and I think I believe it. Like
that sounds like it's actually a banger, like low key.
Yeah, I might knock all these out tomorrow.
You know what's funny? And Oscar told me that the world is fake, and I think I believe it. Is such a fucking like anime name. Danny, are you still here? Tell me this isn't like an incredibly like Japanese anime name where it's like I died and I got reincarnated as a fridge. You know, like
I don't think Danny's here. He's seen like a total of 3 movies on this entire list, so
yeah,
I think he nodded out.
Yeah, he's like, I'm out of here.
Yeah. All right. Next up, we got documentary feature. All That Breathes, All the Beauty and the Bloodshed, Fire of Love, A House Made of Splinters, and Navalny.
Navalny. And it's gonna be obviously the House of Fire and Love. Or fuck, that's not George R.R. Martin. That's George R.R. Martin, right? Fire of Love. That's just like they're actually just talking about Hot D.
Yep.
Anyway, that's what I'm picking.
Navalny.
Alan says that's 265 dicks, people. That's a lot. Call that Saturday, Alan. Call it a soup kitchen. Yeah.
I haven't seen any of these movies, so we're just gonna throw up documentary short. What do you got?
I haven't seen any of these either, but The Elephant Whispers sounds like a sneakily malicious and fun movie. Can you imagine? Can you imagine the trunk coming up to your ear and just being like,
you know what? I think you sold me. I'm gonna pick that too.
I'm tickled by the idea of it.
Elephant movie. Elephant. Okay. Live and short. You know what? I think we need some Irish representation on
Yeah.
this award season.
Yeah.
Go Irish goodbye.
Yeah, I'm actually with you. I was gonna say, of all these, I use the term Irish goodbye more than any of these other ones. So, correct.
So I haven't looked at which the favorite is. This so this is just a complete blind pick.
Yeah, totally.
Visual effects. All Quiet on the Western Front, Avatar, The Batman, Black Panther, and Top Gun.
So let me start by saying, fuck you for only putting the Batman into visual effects when cinematography, it could have well deserved that win.
It's right there.
It's right there. That being said, visual effects is pretty good in this movie. Visual effects in Black Panther are really fucking bad, actually.
They are pretty bad.
They are bad. I haven't watched Top Gun Maverick, and I'm not going to. All Quiet on the Western Front probably does some really good ones, but I'll tell you, one of these movies is 99% CG water. So what do you think I'm going to fucking pick? It's going to be Avatar: The Way of the Water.
This is the way.
This is the way. But the Batman needs something. You're fucking right, Kelsey. It's
not going to be this, though.
It's not going to be this against Avatar.
Original song. Here we go. We got Applause, Tell It Like a Woman, Hold My Hand, Top Gun Maverick, Lift Me Up, Black Panther, Wakanda Forever, Not To, RRR, and This Is a Life, Everything, Everywhere, All at Once. This is a slam dunk for Not To.
Yeah, I mean, it's like not even close, right? Like,
no,
I couldn't even tell you what Hold My Hand sounds like.
You know what? I don't know, and I've seen the movie, so I can't think of it in my head. I will say Lift Me Up is really good. It's
Lift Me
the
Up's
Rihanna song that plays at the end credits.
Yeah.
But Not To, all the way.
Yeah.
Let's see.
Kick its ass, Batman. You know what, Kelsey? I hope Batman does take it. I hope it fucking snubs Avatar so hard.
We got Best Original Score. It's All Quiet on the Western Front, Babylon, Banshees of Inisherin, Everything Everywhere All at Once, and The Fabelmans.
See, I haven't watched Babylon, but Babylon feels like the kind of movie that would take the score. But I'll tell you, because I just want this movie to fucking win something. Banshees does have an exceptional score. So I'm gonna stick to it. I'm gonna stick to it. Like it's the one I have in my head as identity, right? Like it has this like deep, gloomy, dark, broody. Yeah, like it's the only thing that sticks out to my head.
I'm not really a person who pays attention to the score too much in movies. Like it's in the background. I don't really like pay much attention to it.
I'm with Kelsey on this one too. But this one would be like score and soundtrack, right? So it would be more soundtrack than score. But
the Batman does have a great score. I agree.
No, yeah, actually, no. Their fucking score too is insane. Yeah, the fucking Batman got snubbed on all the categories it should have been in. I would trade Batman out for Fabelmans on this one. I would trade Batman out for maybe even Everything Everywhere. I love Everything Everywhere, but the score is not coming to mind as like.
Yeah, I can't think of the score for Everything.
Yeah.
I will say the one that stands out to me is Babylon, though. I think the score is easily the best part of Babylon.
It probably is right, but I want Banshees to take something, and I do feel like I actually remember a score off Banshees.
Okay. We got Best Sound, All Quiet on the Western Front, Avatar, Batman, Elvis, and Top Gun Maverick.
Fuck, dude. I don't know. I just want to give it to Batman.
This is the war movie category, I feel like.
This is the war movie category, but if it wasn't this, it feels like Elvis. It would be the Elvis category for
sound. Elvis is, that makes sense.
That being said, I just want to fucking pick something that's wrong here. I'm gonna put the Batman because I fucking wanted to win something. No, I can't. It's not gonna fucking win this. You know what? I'm gonna stealth give it to Elvis on this one.
Elvis, okay. I was trying to trick you into picking All Quiet on the Western Front when the actual winner is gonna be Top Gun Maverick.
You think?
I think so.
Oh,
the score is really good.
Babylon is my choice for what is here. Okay. Makeup and
we got makeup and hairstyling. All Quiet, Batman, Black Panther, Elvis, and The Whale.
This one's actually pretty hard, right? So Black Panther could take this category. Like because the CG is bad, but the makeup and hairstyling is incredible, like really good for the tribal stuff, right?
Yeah, but I mean, have you seen Brendan Fraser in The Whale?
But The Whale, no, and I haven't. But based on what I've seen, it feels like it's probably going to be the fucking Whale, though. So
it's The Whale.
I'm gonna go with The Whale, but you know what? If you told me Black Panther stole this one, I frankly wouldn't be surprised.
You know what? I wouldn't be mad about it. I wouldn't be mad about it. But this is the whales to lose. I feel like
Mm,
it's the prosthetics and everything alone.
Yeah.
We got costume design. Babylon showing up again. Black Panther, Elvis, Everything Everywhere All at Once, and Mrs. Harris Goes to Paris, which
What?
I forgot this was nominated. That's crazy, but it makes sense because the movie's about costume design. So,
Yeah. Okay, so that's like this is probably a really tight category looking at that then. That being said, Everything Everywhere has an insane costume design.
yeah,
I'm gonna give it to Everything, but if you said Babylon, yeah, probably. If you said Black Panther, frankly, yeah. Miss Harris, which is apparently about this, I don't know. I've never seen. I've heard nothing about that movie.
it's not
But
great.
like Miss Harris is probably it then if it's like strictly about it and doing all the goods.
It's a nice movie for like old people, but like I don't think
Is
would
this
connect with it.
okay? Nat, answer me this: is this a snub of the outfit?
Oh, I think it might be. You're gonna be onto something.
That the
I
outfit
would
gets
take out
snubbed?
Mrs. Harris Goes to Paris for the outfit for sure.
Okay.
This is a tough one. I don't know. I really don't. The costume design in Black Panther is really good.
Is actually really good. Like, right, all the CG continues to be really rough on Black Panther, but the costume designs and the makeup stuff is also really, really good. Like, there's no middle ground for them, right? Like, they're either doing it exceptionally good or not very good at all.
See, I don't know. I'm stuck between Black Panther and Elvis because I think the costume design in Elvis was really good as well. And I feel like they're gonna want to give Elvis something, so I'm gonna give it to Elvis. But I would not be surprised if Black Panther won.
I could see where Black Panther is going to get snubbed to Elvis because they're like, we're not going to give this fucking Marvel film any more than one. If we have to give Angela Bassett this award, we're not giving that shit else. But we do recognize that the costumes and makeup are exceptional in Black Panther.
Right. All right, that is the Oscars. We didn't deviate too much. We had like a couple other different, but it should be a closer one this year.
Yeah, and frankly, the ones we do deviate on, even if I'm wrong on or if you're wrong on, I don't feel like we're particularly like attached to those options. It's just like, yeah. Well, here's all I really need from Best Picture this year. I need Best Picture to be Everything Everywhere, and I really need Key to take his spot and Michelle to get her Oscars. Those are the three that need to like happen, and that's just it. Period.
I hope that Everything Everywhere All at Once sweeps. I don't think it's going to, but I think it's going to get the majority of the things.
You know what? Because the Oscars these past couple of years have realized, oh shit, the Asians are in town, and we're fucking every time we show up, we're sweeping it up. So
we're sweeping it up. Get the broom out.
It was fucking Parasite, and then it was what was it this last year?
Oh,
no, last year was Coda, but the year before that,
Parasite.
Was it just Parasite? I feel like there's been another time where an Oscar or where the Asians got or
where's Smithy at? Smithy, help us out.
I'm brain farting, but no, that's probably right? Like 2019 was Parasite, 2020 was something, 2021.
Oh, it was that what one? So 2020. Oh, so okay, I have the list right here. 2022 Coda, 2021 Nomadland.
What the fuck? I skipped. I think okay. Maybe I'm just thinking Parasite, but yeah, Parasite sweeped. Everything Everywhere is gonna sweep. Get Asianed. Get fucked. This movie's so good.
Get fucked.
And the Daniels remind me of.
No, Nomadland counts because it was directed by Chloe Zhao, which is an Asian director. So.
Yeah, it was. That's right. We're on a roll.
I think Chloe Zhao won Best Director too, didn't she?
Yeah, she won Best Director on that one.
Yeah.
Yeah. But that being said, me and that, the Daniels remind me of me and that sometimes too. So I just like that energy.
Do they really?
Yeah. I mean, it's like you got like a white dude and you got a very Asian dude, and they're both bringing like the wacky insanity into like this whole thing with it. So like if you see them in interviews, I'm like, yeah, that's just me and that. Like, but much more talented as it turns out.
Much more talented. We should make like an infinitely worse movie than they do. I think.
I promise you, Nat, if we ever made a movie with Michelle Yeoh, we've peaked. Right.
That's it.
We have nothing more to accomplish in life. If we ever have children, they will never be more important than when we did something with Michelle Yeoh.
Mm-hmm.
Smoothies are really good. What? I was smoking a bong. I mean, making a smoothie. Smoothies are oh, okay. I'm with you now.
I gotcha. We're caught up.
I got you. No, I think these Oscars are gonna go flying by because they don't want to be fighting with Last of Us season finale. So, and I hope so because I want to watch season finale that night. But I know that Hannah's gonna be real cranky if I keep her up too late. So,
yeah, I think it's gonna run long. It never runs short, and I might have to watch The Last of Us on Monday, which would suck. I don't want to do that.
We might too. I just gotta. I'm just gonna, which is fucked up, right? Because I know exactly how everything's gonna happen, but I still want to go on media blackout whenever a new episode comes out. That's how like committed to this I am, right? Like,
yeah. Well, the thing with The Last of Us is I don't feel like I need to go on media blackout because I know what's gonna happen.
I know what's gonna happen, but something feels weird for me to see. Like, if I hop on Twitter and an episode like it came out, I always do every Monday. This happens. I'll go on Twitter if I'm just scrolling through nothing. And then it'll just be like everybody being like, The Last of Us episode's so good. And I'm like, fuck, I haven't seen it. And then I go off it out of instinct. And I'm just like, I don't want to see, like, I just don't want to know. You never know, right? Like, what if they go, what if they do a 180 on us and they change some major things in the finale?
Oh, we're not getting a season 2. That's just it. We're just end the show right there.
What if they just said, boom, no season 2, get fucked? Like,
oh, you know what? I kind of hope they do that, but I kind of hope they don't because the ending in the game is perfect.
No, the ending in the game is perfect, and I want the ending to be the ending that they have in the show. So.
Yeah. Anyway, I forgot to mention we're going back to The Last of Us show spoilers.
Go back to that.
The fucking they let the rabbit live, which
you're so on that still.
That was the one thing I wanted from this episode. I didn't care about David. I didn't care about Ellie's character.
You wanted that rabbit fucking dead.
I wanted that. I just wanted the cold.
But even in the game, don't they screen to black whenever the arrow is about to hit it?
Well, no, we see the arrow go through the rabbit. We saw the whole thing. The rabbit die. Go through his neck.
I couldn't recall. I couldn't remember. I didn't remember if it like cut the black whenever she fired.
It's a big deal to me, Dylan. All right.
Yeah, I know you care a lot about this fucking rabbit die.
I just wanted nothing more than to be the cold open of this episode, to be the fucking rabbit getting murked, and we didn't get that.
What the fuck, Elmer Fudd? What is your hate on the rabbits, dude?
I'm just saying, like, it's. I just want the rabbit to fucking die. Like,
Will McLean says The Last of Us is definitely more important than the Oscars. You are not wrong.
You're not wrong.
But that being said, I do also want to see fucking Everything Everywhere get its time to shine. So it's
what? Yeah. Normally the Oscars would not be as important, but like, come on.
But it's Everything Everywhere, and Michelle Yeoh could win her first Oscar, and Ke Huy Quan could win his first Oscar as well. I'm sure it's his first Oscar.
Stephanie Hsu could win her first Oscar.
Right, all of them could win their first Oscar, and that's like, yeah, fuck yeah, I want to see that.
Jamie Lee Curtis to a lesser extent.
And it is a bit strange that she hasn't won one though, right? Like I take that for granted too.
Yeah,
I'm just like, I guess she hasn't. I guess she probably should, but yeah. No, it's gonna be a good Sunday. It's gonna be a good Sunday. What are your plans? You smoking a bowl, watching the Oscars, watching Last of Us? Like, what's your game plan here?
I'm definitely gonna watch the Oscars over The Last of Us because I feel like that needs to be watched as it airs.
Yeah, I want to see Michelle Yeoh slap Chris Rock or something like that. You know? Like,
yeah, that would be fun. Yeah, I think that's my plan. I don't want to smoke before I watch The Last of Us because that's gonna be fucking up. But
yeah,
yeah, I don't know. Like I said, I'll probably watch it Monday, which is not ideal, but that's
the day me and Hannah watch it every day. Like it's her like look forward to. Cool. I go back to work on Monday, but I got Last of Us now. So
I like watching The Last of Us on Sunday because on Monday during my commute, I get to listen to The Last of Us podcast. And I won't be able to do that.
How is the podcast been? I haven't listened to any episodes.
It's so good. I highly recommend it. If you're like doing something at the gym or you're going to work or whatever.
Yeah.
It's like so insightful because it's Troy Baker, Craig Mazin, and Neil Druckmann.
Oh shit! I didn't know it was those three running it. Like, now I gotta fucking listen to this.
Yeah, and they just break down things so well, like the little things they do.
Right.
There's a reason to everything they do, like the small changes they make, and they break it down. It's so good. It's very insightful. It's
why I love like the end of the episode when they're talking to those two in specific, and they're just
it's that, but stretched out to an hour.
Okay, yeah, I need to listen to this. Then that sounds really good.
The
podcast is somehow almost as good as the show, says Kelsey. Yeah, like, I believe it. I could listen. I mean, really, I could listen to like Neil Druckmann and Craig Mazin just talking about the show for like several hours straight, and I'd be so content.
Yeah.
Shit, yeah. So I gotta make time to go back and listen to that. You know what? That's what's gonna coast me. Between like whenever the show goes off after the season finale this weekend, like that's what's gonna be like. All right, time to go listen to podcasts now, and then just that's gonna be like my morning Monday routine.
Yeah, there you go.
How did everybody feel getting me and Nat back? It's been a while since we've got the original game back. I literally got every other member other than Kelsey call to action on here. And
I like how we made our Cyberthirst chat just like where you and I just talk.
Yeah.
We don't DM each other individually. We have
No,
to
we never
Kelsey and that.
Like in full transparency to Kelsey with it, it's like anything me and Nat talk about, it is up to Kelsey can easily.
Yeah, like we're gonna be talking about Marvel Snap, and Kelsey's just there, just like in the background nodding along.
Good for you guys. And we're like, yeah, dude, this new season, last season was pretty whack, but this season's fun. I'm just a voyeur. Ain't that the truth? You know what? Same on both fronts. Am I a voyeur or am I an exhibitionist? I think I might be both.
I'm pretty. I got voyeur as my number one during our.
Yeah, you did get voyeur as your number one. Yeah.
Which I don't think is true, but test doesn't lie.
Well, when that one says it's your number one very heavily, I don't know.
They should have asked more questions. Like, I wouldn't mind watching it. It's not my preferred way to have sex, like watching other people have sex.
Sure.
But
But if you're like, if I walk in, they're really hot, they're banging, and they're like, hey, want to just beat off in the corner? You're like, yeah, cool, man. All right.
Like I might beat off in the corner if it's like two strangers, but I feel like it'd be weird if it's people I know.
It depends on who I know.
So I have, yeah.
Frankly,
good point.
Frankly,
so I have my limits as far as my voyeurdom goes.
Yeah.
I don't know how we got on that subject.
Because Kelsey, and because we were talking about Cyberthirst, and that's how we always get there with our conversations.
The popcorn.
But yeah, just yeah. No, if you want to go catch the episode with the whole call to action crew coming back. Very historic event.
How was that? Because I only caught like a moment of it because I was busy that night.
But I was just about to say, if you want to catch that on VOD, you can't because I fucking Naruto bombed it at the end, and now it doesn't.
Well, you can if you're in Canada.
Anywhere else. I actually didn't know how many. Hold on, is it in our live ones? Our Oscar predictions Switch Tuesday with that? Oh, Alex and Paul one's been. Hey, never mind. You can still catch it. Does it just cut out that part of the Naruto? Wait, Naruto's still in here.
No, it's still on there, just not in Canada.
Oh, okay. Well, if you're not in Canada, all right, you're more power.
Fine. Canada's a pretty big place, but if you're not Canadian, you're fine.
Go watch our episode with Alex Paul. Jake joins us. Danny joins us. Not Danny Joy. Danny Joy also didn't show up. Darn it. And Megs didn't show up. Okay, so several members didn't show up, but a lot of members showed up that haven't been on the channel for a minute. Jarvie didn't show up. Belfort didn't show up. But he showed up in our chat tonight, so that's why.
How about that?
Yeah, no, the episode was super fun. We got to cut up. It felt like being at it felt like just being in like the action house all over again. But before we introduced like the 20 new people into the house like we do every time.
Yeah.
Call me a purist, Nat. Call me a purist. But I just enjoy the vibe a little better when it's mostly just the call to action crew.
I agree. I 100% agree. No offense to the rest of you.
I love the rest of you. We
like to keep it in the family, like Alabama.
Yeah, but here he calls. Maybe it's the Jake rubbing off on us, and it's the little bit of Alabama blending in. But we like keeping it in the family here. You know what I mean?
But no, that's super great. I saw for like a moment just because like I said I was busy that night. But you were like talking about barbershops, and you've never been to a barbershop.
I've never been to a barbershop before. No.
Where do you get a haircut? Yeah.
I got a fucking it's like salons or like Great Clips or shit like that. Like,
that is interesting. No, I've exclusively gone to barbershops.
That's insane to me. Like,
I mean, not recently, but like used to.
Yeah, sure. Like, okay, hold on. Tell me about your barbershop experience. So you've always gone. So that's like you have a natural acclimation to that. I will say I've never gone. As a kid, I always went to like my mom would take me to like fucking Great Clips or like hair salon, the cheapest fucking place you can find. So like I never, and we moved around too much, so we never had like a stationary place where I was like, go to the barbershop, go do that. So, by the time I'm like starting to be like a young adult, it just felt like intimidating, like it's the best way I can describe it. It just felt like it has this like,
I get that.
Yeah, like, you know what I mean? It just feels like it's like you must be this macho, ironically speaking, to be like to come in here. You must be like, I don't know. I just don't feel like I got that.
Yeah, I mean, I can see why you have that perception of it, but like I feel like there's really not much to be intimidated by. I feel like what you and I are doing right now, we're broing out, we're like talking
Yeah,
about dude
yeah,
stuff,
yeah, yeah.
and that's just basically what it is. Like you just like you go in, you get your hair cut, you can have a conversation if you want, but if not, that's fine too. They're
Yeah.
just like cool people, barbers cutting your hair, talking about anything. Like I remember talking about when my barber about Fallout. Like this, you
Yeah.
can talk about whatever.
Right. I feel like I should. I mean, I feel like I should. I just don't know. Like, I know there's like a couple of shops right here, but there's also at times, and I don't. There's not a good way to word this, frankly. But I feel like the barbershops around here are primarily like black barbershop, like black barbershops, and I don't want it to be like a cultural thing where it's gonna feel out of place, where I feel like I'm like the one white presenting dude in like the black barbershop, like.
Sure, I can see that. Like the
I'm already
barbershop.
intimidated by like the male factor, and then if there's like a racial factor involved in it too, like it's just
yeah.
It's a big hurdle. It's a big hurdle.
So I've never been in a black barbershop.
Yeah,
is my thing.
So was yours run by like white dudes, or did you find like an Asian shop?
So it's weird. Like back in New York,
Uh-huh.
the barbershops were mostly Russian people.
What?
Yeah. I've mainly gone to barbershops with Russian people. Like there was like one like walking distance from my house, like 5 minutes away, and that's.
So wait, hold on, pause. When you said talking about Fallout, did you mean the video game or like the fallout of the like Soviet Union? Like,
so I can see where the confusion is. The video game.
Now I have more questions.
No. So the Fallout thing was in Arizona. That's where that happened. But in New York, there's none of that.
Okay, making sure.
Yeah. But no, it's mostly been Russian people for some reason. I don't seek out Russians to cut my hair. That's just how it works.
Right. So, all right, let me ask you this: Have you ever been to like a Great Clips or like a salon like place or stuff like that?
Not once.
Never.
Okay,
so that's so interesting, right? So, Danny says the one in Queens was a Russian barbershop, and the Italians are in New Jersey. Well, that tracks, right? See, I mean, frankly,
yeah. So mine was in Queens, so that makes sense.
Yeah, I'm like literally thinking Italian is what I'm like as the classic like barbershop place is like the go-to one with it. And Danny says the same thing. But like my big thing is that like I would kind of want to, and not to say that like men are better at cutting hair or women are better at cutting hair, but like as I get older and like hairline goes back more, and I just don't know what I like really want to do. Sometimes I would really like appreciate like a male perspective on that one, where it's just like, bro, I don't know. Like here's what I've been doing. I feel like my hair is going back a little bit longer. I've never known what I'm really doing with my facial hair. Like, what do you think, bro? Like, and I need somebody to have a real opinion on it and be like, all right, fam, here's what you're gonna do, and just kind of take it from there.
You know what? I just remembered I have been to a salon.
Uh-huh.
It was like an Asian salon, and I used to go like my freshman year of high school.
Okay.
And it was weird because they would always give me these long ass sideburns, and I was like, "Why are you doing this?"
Yeah, they love long sideburns. I don't get it either, right? Yeah. Salons just hate doing sideburns with it, but I also have a beard, so they never really want to like touch up into it because it's all kind of together,
Mm-hmm.
Makes sense.
And it's weird because my hair is curly, so it'd be just like a curly sideburn.
yeah. You get these curly cues and it makes everybody all hot in the face,
Right.
Right.
But no, it's mostly been barbershops. I highly recommend it. It's a good experience.
I need to. You know what? That's a weird thing on my bucket list where I'm like, I want to go to like a barber. Frankly, I feel like I'm just waiting until I get so old that it's just like nobody's gonna question the old man, like the old dude coming in, right? Like I don't feel like I'm that old yet. I'm like in my 30s, gray in my beard, as much of an adult as I possibly can be, but I still feel like I'm not that much of an adult to be able to walk into a barbershop with like the big dick energy, so to speak, to just be like, yeah, man, here's what I'm thinking. Because frankly, I think when I go in there, I'm going to have like an insecure moment where I'm going to be like, I have no idea what I'm doing with any of this. And I don't think I ever have in my entire life. Please help me. Like,
yeah. Danny says the Asian hair salon would also give you a warm towel on your neck. That was the best. Like they also give you massages.
See, the more you guys talk about that, I kind of rather prefer that. Like overall.
Yeah, but that's like that's a whole deal. Like with barbershop, you're just in and out. 15 minutes.
That's true. And frankly, I only want to be in there 15 minutes. I want to get my hair fucking cut done. And I got things to do that day.
Right.
Yeah. All right. So Nat, you're maybe not the right person for this because I've never seen you really be in your big facial hair. So I can't really say like, how are they with facial hair? I've got this dirty white mix, but the Filipino mustache is like keeping my facial hair alive here. Right. So I'd have to ask Danny, you can grow some facial hair. What's the barbershop take on facial hair?
I'm just over here catching strays right now.
Sorry, buddy.
No,
like,
I've never had to deal with that.
All of us C-tier Asians have something. Filipinos have facial hair. your Vietnamese have pho, so like I don't know.
Yeah.
But I'll say this: Vietnam is much more desirable location for tourism versus the Philippines.
Right.
You
Sure.
think they want to go to fucking Machete Town?
Sure.
Philippines?
Yeah, but anyone can go to Vietnam. Anyone can go to the Philippines, but not anyone can grow facial hair, which is my thing.
It's true.
So.
True.
I'm
thinking about actually just going mustache again. Like I really like my beard, and there's something about the gray in my
I
beard.
would love to have a mustache.
Yeah.
It's just not a possibility for me. I think I would rock a mustache.
It's not, man. I'm sorry, buddy. I could donate you mine, or I could donate you Paul's, but like, that's all I can do for you.
Oh, it's.
I've always laughed for a long time saying that we still need to do that like young PLD screenplay and like skit bit.
Oh yeah, like young Sheldon, but it's PLD.
Right, and I still think I can do a young. Like I even have the perfect fucking like the cover of the like of it in my head, right? So like I guess between the two of us, I'm the one playing young Paul, but because I'm the one with a mustache and I'm more white passing for it.
Sure.
But
sure.
like on Wicked, right? The cover, like the play Wicked's like cover is like the witch with like her head down,
Right.
and the hat, right? Yeah. It'd be like the PLD queen hat face down with a little bit of the mustache showing and not really my features, but you would just see like that would be the headshot.
We gotta ask Jake to mock something like that up.
That would be the first graphic Jake would make for us in like 5 years.
Right. Danny says get number 2 for facial hair. So there you go.
What's that mean? That can mean different things in different places, though, Danny.
I wouldn't know, Dylan. I wouldn't know.
Do you mean all right? So, Danny, do you mean number 2 as in like a number 2 on a razor or like a shaver? Because number 2.
I assume that's what he means.
Yeah,
that makes sense.
All right. See, actually, I traditionally keep to like I think I'm on a 3. I think my 3 is my sweet spot because I feel like 2 keeps me too close.
Yeah, I like to keep it like real close to skin though. So I asked for a 1.
You've got but your facial hair growth makes sense for you, right? Like I've got enough where it's like if I go too much on it, it feels like it's in the gross in between.
Right. Sure, I get that.
Yeah.
Danny says yes.
You know what? Why don't we make this a Twitch Tuesday? Why don't we do a Twitch Tuesday where it's like Dylan shaves his face and we figure out like what I'm fucking doing and what I should do?
I like that. Let's do it. Put it in the books.
I'm putting that on the books for next week because I'm getting close to being
we gotta like have something to talk about while you do that though. It's just like as like background noise.
Well,
like,
we'll have Last of Us finale next week and Oscars.
Yeah.
Presuming
there's a lot to talk about next week.
Presuming there's some Oscar drama.
So who's gonna slap Chris Rock this time?
yeah, right. Like, I don't know. What if it's oh gosh, who's the most controversial person there in that one? Who plays Elvis again? What Butler? What's his name?
Austin Butler.
Austin Butler. I kept thinking Steven Butler, and I couldn't get Austin in my head. Or full stubble would be good for you. I agree. I think full stubble typically is like my look. Yeah, Austin Butler is gonna fucking go tackle somebody, or like no, like Kate Blanchett would not tackle Michelle Yeoh.
No,
because she admires Michelle Yeoh. I was watching like a variety interview with them just talking to each other. Delightful. I don't know. So one thing I actually really enjoy about the Oscars is like it's this time of year you get a lot of like focused and like long form interviews with like the Oscar nominee people or whatever, and they just talk about the whole thing, and I just find it very enamoring. Like,
yeah, I definitely agree. I love Oscar season for that reason.
Yeah.
You know what? I'm gonna say, I feel like Judd Hirsch would probably do that.
Yeah,
I think he's the wild card bet.
No, Robert Pattinson does it because fucking Batman got snubbed on their.
Is he even invited to the Oscars though? You think?
I have no idea. He wouldn't be accepting any of the awards, so he may not be, but
yeah,
he should be.
He should be. I don't know. I don't agree with that. I think the best actor category is pretty loaded. So
yeah, well, I mean, he shouldn't be a best actor nom, but I think that it's. Like he should be invited, like to at least go as a guest.
Has he been nominated for an Oscar, Pattinson? I feel like he should have been.
No, I'm sure he hasn't. Because what would he have been nominated for?
I don't know.
None of his indie flicks have never gotten a lot of water. Like,
yeah.
Well, no. Did he get nominated for Lighthouse? I don't think he did.
Oh, I think he did.
Did he get nominated?
No, I don't think he did.
No, I think,
if anything, it would have been Willem Dafoe.
William Dafoe did, but I am certain. I'm mostly certain that he has never gotten an Oscar nom. Yeah, no, he's never gotten an Oscar nom. He's got a bunch of other noms though. That being said, his time's coming. His time's coming. How funny would it be if he got nominated for like something like Remember Me or something like that, like one of these other random movies he's done.
Right.
Like Chris Rock special being a week before the Oscars. Sus. No, that's you know what? That's full circle. Let Chris Rock have his opinion. Everybody else got to have their opinion during this time. Let Chris Rock have his opinion on the whole situation.
Sure. He
wanted his opinion to make him money. And you know what? I don't blame Chris Rock. So
anyway,
that's our show.
That's our show. We gotta end it. I'm not logged into Twitch, so we're not gonna be rating anyone. And I don't think anyone's watching us on Twitch because I only tweeted out the YouTube link.
Hold on, I want to see what's going on Twitch. Who's even on Twitch right now?
I only tweeted out the YouTube link, so that's.
Sasha Grey is on Twitch. She would have loved.
Oh darn! We can't.
And at first, so here's my last final thought before we close off. I was about to say, oh, Paul is on right now, but then I realized that it's just PLD. Means paladin in Final Fantasy. That's like the class. So every time I see PLD in Final Fantasy, I'm always reminded that it's not actually Paul Denuzio. It is short paladin. For paladin. Yes.
That's kind of a drag.
Yeah, it is.
Anyway, guys, that's been our show.
That's our final thought. We will see you next week. Pray for Michelle Yeoh to get her reward. Thank you.
Pray for Michelle Yeoh. See you next Tuesday.